Hello, it's Paul here. I am going to show you as fast as I can what is HubSpot all about, what it is if you're a new user or you go into a job interview or you're just looking into HubSpot. This is for you. I'm going to give you a really quick introduction so that you can pass an interview or you can get up to speed with what your company is probably doing using HubSpot. This is not a full admin or how-to guide on HubSpot. It's an introduction to new users. I'll be recording a full admin for 2020 very soon. There is a 2019 version out there. But what I'll also do is I'll put this into a training course that you will get a certificate for watching this video. So if you've got a job interview coming up or your boss has sent you to learn about HubSpot, you can get that certificate and show them that you've done this video. What will happen and what's good for me is if you pause me at this point and tell me why you're here, tell me what you're looking for and what you're hoping to learn. And if it isn't in this video, I'll point you in the right direction to a video that will be showing. So just pause me right now, tell me why you're here, and I will try and help you out. If you haven't got time to take the whole video in, I will timestamp where each lesson starts, each area, just so you can jump in and around it. And as I say, I'll put it in a training course for you. If you get some value out of it, a subscribe, of course, would be brilliant. And we'll get into it. Let me just tell you about HubSpot, what it is, and your understanding of it. So HubSpot is, the main part of HubSpot is a CRM, customer relationship management. This is specifically really for sales teams that are trying to get deals over the line, that are trying to keep customers happy or convert prospects into customers. And for that function, it is completely free. Your boss or your company, your new company, is probably not paying for it, but it might well be. The pricing is completely free for unlimited users. This is a big difference between HubSpot and other platforms. The main CRM, which is everything I'm going to show you in this, is free and you can have as many users as you want. A lot of other platforms won't give you unlimited users. And then there's real funky upgrades that you can go to, where you can do a lot more lead conversions and a lot more automation and all sorts of like that. But I think for a lot of people watching this video, you're going to be using the free version, and your boss or your new employer, or if you're thinking of being the boss, the free version is going to do everything in this video, right? So let's log in and have a first walk around, right? You may be come to this video because you've got this email. Your company has invited you to HubSpot or whatever it might be. You're looking for that. We're going to join, right? So the invitation has been sent by your boss, your new boss, or the management team. You're going to put your information in. Bizarrely, I'm going to call myself Sarah Sales here. First name Sarah, last name Sales. It just makes it easier for me to remember. And I'm going to log in, right? So you're a new salesperson and you're logging in. What field of work are you in? Doesn't really matter this. We're going to put sales. Which of the following best describes you? Sales rep. That's maybe what you are, but you can obviously put in whatever you are. It doesn't do too much different. Go to my workspace and it'll walk you through some things to do. Create your first contacts, import your data. So if you're a business where you're bringing your client base with you, this is where you would import your customers. This is where you would import tasks and things like that. But I would think possibly, and I may be wrong, a lot of people are just working for another custom company, and you're going to be using their client base. You're going to be using their information. So I'm just going to walk you around all these various areas, right? I think it's going to let me. So obviously, when you first come in, you're going to have a dashboard. A dashboard you can set up and put in. So you've got your sales leads. You're going to be able to edit all this to what works for your workflow, how best works for you. So how many sales leads? What actions have I got? What are my stats? What's my sales funnel? All these sort of things you can edit and change to make it work for you. So you want this to, when you log in, go to your home page, all your basic information for the day's work is right in front of you. Up at the top here, obviously, it's a customer relationship platform. So you've got contacts at the top, and the contacts are obviously the people you'll deal with, and the companies are the companies they work for. Sometimes if you're a B2C, if you're just working with consumers, the company and the contact may be the same person. And But you can basically think that the contact is the person that you deal with, who you call, and the company is who gets the bill. Who's going to pay the bill, right? So it might be that person or it might be a company. Obviously, there's an activity feed where you're going to be able to see things that have happened and different lists that you want to set up. And it all depends how your company's set up. It all depends how are you allowed to get in and see information. As you're looking at this, you might not be able to see other people's contacts. So your company may not share another salesperson's contact information, or they may do or not. But you're basically going to have your contacts who obviously work for companies. If I click on a contact, so all I did was contact here. Now the beauty of HubSpot is you can bounce around. You might go to deals here and then go to this contact. So the same contact that I've just been to. You can jump around always different ways to get to a contact and see this person, right? So there isn't a set way of working on it. There's just obviously a function of everything in order at the top, but you can bounce all over the place. So we're going to go contacts. We're going to have a look at this first one. And in that information, it'll be the same in the app. I'm not going to show you the app today. I may do another video on the app. But obviously with this person, it's customer relationship management. So at the top, obviously it's sort of the same thing here and here, right? So here's the activity. If other people have spoke to this customer, there might be some notes on this customer because you might get an email, you might get a task saying introduce or touch base with old customers that we haven't heard from for a while. And they give you a list of people to contact. And then in the notes it might say here, Dave Smith or Dave the salesman contacted, husband's called Simon, got 2 kids, loves walking dogs, husband plays rugby. Whatever it might be, there's some information there that when you make a phone call, you can say, I'm just new to the company, but I see your husband plays rugby, or you've got 2 kids, or whatever it is. You've got a little bit of information. So when you're making these calls, you can log in all that information. So as you go through, you're going to have different tasks that you want to set up. So let me just slow down a bit. Here's the activity. So here's the activity at the side. Here's the notes. So the notes here as well to create a note. These are just quick buttons to send an email. I haven't set email up on this yet, but it would go through your emails. So you could quickly create a note. Need to make a phone call. Need to find out, has anybody else worked with this person? Emails, obviously send an email. It will track all your emails between that person. Make a phone call. I ain't got a phone number, but you would add your phone and track any phone calls, track time, put a note on there, add a task. So create a task that you want to make. Is it a type? Is it a phone call? Is it an email? Or is it a to-do? So I just need to do something. I need to research before I make the call. And then the next task is a call on schedule meetings. So if I need to create a meeting, I can schedule a meeting with this person. So it's all about tracking your contacts, which work for companies, and you'll have up here company information. So these are supposed to be these are not real companies. But if this was a real company, you could just click there and change it. I'm just going to change. I was just thinking, should I change here? Look, let's change this to paulnicholson.com. So if I'm researching this person and I go to contacts and I'm going, right, I need to know, before I make a phone call to Lauren, I need to know more about their information. So I'm going to click on their website and go through, Paul plays golf, and he does YouTube videos. And I can go for the website. If I don't do social media, but if you've got social media, you can go to their Facebook, go to their Twitter. You can have links to their Facebook and Twitter. So before you make a call, you can see, I seen you went bowling last week. I saw you won at bowling, or I saw your company made a big deal, or you've moved to new premises. Whatever that information is, you've got all this stuff at your fingertips. So before you make the call, before you make the deals, you can educate yourself on past events or future events, and then go and have a better conversation where it looks like you've remembered stuff, and been interested in somebody when perhaps you haven't been that much. Conversations, this is where people have written in where they've come to the website or they've wrote something on the Facebook page. So conversations can be set up where people might have messaged the Facebook page and it's your job to reply. It depends on here. They've added a ticket, they've entered a form on your website, and it's your job to reply to those tickets or those conversations, and that's where all that information will live. Marketing, if you're setting up Facebook ads or stuff like that, or LinkedIn or Google campaigns, you can start to track where those people come from. So if somebody has signed up via a Facebook ad and they buy, for instance, it's easy for me to explain via security systems. If, say, you've got a Facebook ad saying, get a new burglar alarm, we've got a great deal on burglar alarms, and they sign up via that ad, and then you sell a deal, which we're going to come to next, which is tagged to that ad, your company and your sales team, and maybe it's you, can track how many customers did we get from that ad. So we gave Facebook 500 quid, but we got 20 customers at £500 each. So, it converted and it made us X amount of money, £10,000, whatever it was. So it's worth doing, isn't it? So that's the marketing, and then the emails like newsletters. If you set up, your company has to pay, but you can send newsletters out. You can send things that you've got, deals. Well, you know what a newsletter is. You can send newsletters, then track again who clicked on it, who then bought it, who went into what we're going to get to next as a deal, and we can track how good are these email campaigns that we're paying for. So this is the main part. I think this is the main part of the CRM. Here is your deals and your sales funnel. Your job in your company, if you're a sales manager or a sales team, I don't know, obviously you'll know, but if you're new to this, this is what a CRM is to me. It's getting the sales funnel from the top of the funnel, here's the top of the funnel, all the way to closed and won. So what we're looking at is that new CCTV, was it for Lauren? We're going to move them across the funnel. We've got an appointment scheduled. Now we're going to qualify to buy. Are they? What information do I need to then be able to present them with a proposal and then get them to buy? Right? You can change these. For you, these tabs may be different. It might be your funnel set up differently, because the wording in your office might be book an appointment, research information, create a proposal. You might call it a proposal, not a quote. Quote sent, signed off, deposit paid, on we go, right? So your job is to move people across this funnel, and eventually you'll get to the magical close won or close lost. So the bottom of your funnel is, did I get the job or did I lose the job? And within the deals, that's where you manage all that, right? So you've won your first deal, and that might send some emails out to people saying, so, Sarah Sales has got a deal. And that is the big purpose of a CRM, of getting people contacts and prospective contacts. So contacts, customers, right? Customers are people who've already bought off you. Prospects, people who've never bought anything, and it's your job to get them to buy. So if you get a new contact, in fact, I'll skim through it, and then we'll go through exactly a process of what I think your CRM at your work will probably be like. But what we're trying to do is get these deals further down the pipeline to close won or close lost. We don't want to be closed lost, but eventually in your deal funnel, you want to know, did you win the job or did you lose the job? Did you win the deal or not? In that sales, you're also going to see your tasks. This is going to be a place where you're going to be, do research, do your calls, schedule your meetings, all that sort of thing. Everything you've got to do in your today. So when you come, if you're a salesperson, you're probably going to go deals. Right, where's my pipeline? Where am I at? Filter it out to what's most important. Then what tasks have I got? Right, what tasks have I got to do? I need to call so-and-so. I need to do whatever. And then you've got some documents, obviously like anything. If you need, you can only upload 5 on the free version. But if you've got sales pamphlets, or you've got how-to guides, or you've got basic information, then Obviously, you're going to leave them in your documents so you can find them easy. Scheduled your meetings, obviously sync with your calendar. You can have a meeting here. If we go to the service, here's the tickets. So if anybody's got a complaint or some sort of ticket that you need to follow up on, if you've got open issues, so here, look, CCTV down. Somebody sent in a thing saying my CCTV system's not working, or I haven't heard from the salesperson who was supposed to get back to me. They can create a ticket and you can be assigned work and it be given to you for you to clear that ticket, right? Automation, sequences and workflows, we're not going to go through on here, but there's obviously funky ways that you can push people through and try and make it automate the process, or reminders, set a reminder if you've not heard from people, and all sorts of workflows. And doesn't work, you have to pay for it. Shows the versions there, so we're not going to talk about that. And then analytics and reporting. So all CRMs are great for the analytics, the conversion rates, letting you know how many calls people have made, all that sort of stuff that none of us like to be measured, but sometimes to make your funnel and your process faster, then you need a measurement, right? And then up the top, there's your personal settings, some notifications. Obviously, if you get tagged in things or people assign you stuff, you'll get notified. Any edits or settings you want to do, depending what your privileges are, whether you're allowed to do stuff, and whether the shop will show for the marketplace. Again, may depend on your access level. So that was sort of I was going to say quick walkthrough, but it was quite a long one, wasn't it? I'm going to show you now the process that you probably will deal with in your business. So let's go through a process of entering a contact in. You've got a contact from, well, let's just say you've heard of the contact, whereas you may be assigned it via a web form by somebody filling in the information, then tagging you. But let's just say you have researched and got a contact. So let's go through the process of how a CRM works. So we've got a contact, we're going to create a contact, right? You might have lots of information or next to no information on this person. So I'm going to put, I don't know, what should we call ourselves? I always used to do this, Wikipedia, just because oh man, this might be stupid. I ain't done this for a while. Let's go random. I'm going to find a person. Tony McGee. Right, so Tony McGee, Tony at paulnicholson.com. First name, Tony. Second name, McGee, right? So, contact owner. In my business, or this one, there is Paul Nicholson, the main guy, Sarah Sales, which is me. I can put a contact in and assign it to somebody else if they've got to do the work, or I'm going to assign it to me. Job title, you may not know, or you may know. Manager, phone number, you might know or you might not. You can put something random in. Life cycle, subscriber, lead. So is it a lead that someone said, hey, Paul, or Sarah in this case, I should have called myself a man, it's a bit weird. Tony McGee down at the, let's have a think. Tony McGee at the local bar, the Grove, needs a new camera system. Worth giving him a shout, right? So it's a lead. Someone's giving you a lead. A lead is grapevine. It's you don't know. It's a bit, it's a bit like detective work, isn't it? You've been given a lead, but you've got to go through. New, open, in progress. So if you've already spoke to them, you could say it's open or in progress. And again, you can decide how to decide this. Unqualified, you haven't gone through and decided if it's a good lead or not, or you might have attempted to contact. So again, it's a funnel to get a lead through to a contact to then give them a deal. So we're just going to do new, right? Create contact. Tony McGee. And his information, right? So all of a sudden I've got some information, I've got places I can go to research, I can try and find him on Facebook and stuff like that. I might go here, notes at Paul Nicholson told, I spelled my name wrong, in there, told me the Grove wants a new CCTV system, and that will actually tag me. So if I'm logged in here as Paul Nicholson, as me, and on another browser, so I'll get a tag when it comes through. I am logged in, right? Here we go. Paul Nicholson told me I should. It didn't quite pop up, did it? I might have it turned off. So this is me now as Paul Nicholson. This is me as the boss. And I can come in and go, yeah, he's cool. If you need an intro or his info, let me know. I don't know. I drink in there. Right? So the boss or the other sales team or anybody else who's sent you some information can tag in on your deal, but it's your deal, right? Here's the information. Sarah Sales mentioned you. So that's, you get an email. The boss got an email. Sarah Sales mentioned you. Here you go. Paul Nicholson commented. Yeah, he's cool, right? So now if I go back to Sarah Sales, left a note. I can go to the notes and see the notes. I have to refresh it. And see any information. Here's that comment. Or I could have clicked on my menu and gone here. View the comment. Yeah, it's cool. So now your team know you're working on Tony McGee, CCTV, and you can ask them for any help if you need it, right? So we know we've got a deal, and we're going to set up a deal. Have a real look. So everything's in the page. Add a deal. Deal name, The Grove, new CCTV. Sales pipeline at the moment, you've only got one, but you might have different pipelines. You might have a installation department and a service department or a maintenance. So somebody might be selling installations of a CCTV system. Somebody might be selling maintenance of those systems. So they may have different pipelines for different products. But it's locked because there's only one pipeline. Oh, and you have to pay for more. Deal stage, again, depending on what you, how your funnel's set up, is tagging whatever's relevant. Qualified to buy, appointment schedule. So let's just leave it at that. We think the amount's a ballpark figure at this point. We don't know what it is. But we know that new CCTV systems for bars probably run at about £10,000, right? Probably less than that, to be fair. Closing date. When do I need to close this deal? I'm going to give myself 3 weeks, maybe 4 weeks to close it. Deal owner is me, but again, I can now push this off to the salesman. So if your job is to get in contact, but then assign a salesperson, at this point you can assign it to somebody else, but I'm going to leave it as me. Deal type, is it new business or an existing business? Is it a new customer or an existing customer? We're going to say this is new. So this is just, that part is just to be able to say in reports, did we get any, how many new customers did we get, how many old customers? And obviously existing business is easier to sell to than new business. So again, it'll be in the reporting to say, well, new business takes longer to close. Existing business, they might have contacted us, right? Paul Nicholson, associate deal with the company. This is because I've got a couple of companies set up. But you might have different businesses here as well. So you might be working for a company that has multiple businesses and you want to set it up for a different times to a different company within your business. Add to the timeline, add the contact, add to the timeline of the contact, add any products. Again, if you've got products set up and your company's paying for them, you could put CCTV system here and create, right? So now we have the deal, we have the information. Here is the pipeline of the deal. So we can also see in deals here. Here's the deal. So you see how this little bar fills up as we go along? That is the same as the bar here. So now we want to contact, we want to do some activity and contact. So we're going to make, maybe send an email, create an email. I'm not going to connect my email because it can pull my contact information, and I want to keep this account separate. I need to set up email, but you could just send an email and track the email, or make a phone call, add your phone number. It could do that as well. I haven't set it up, but you could either make the call direct, send an email direct. I really should have set it up, sorry, or schedule a meeting. So we could create a meeting. I don't know, walk around. I never know if walk around is one word or two. Walk around info, right? Attendees, I can say it's me attending. Oh, it's the customer attending with me. Start time. Let's go next week at 12 p.m. It's going to take about an hour. Walking around pub, whatever it might be, right? Associate with the information and save. If you've linked your calendar, it will now show up in your calendar and any information. So now you're going to go through and work on the deal, right? So we're going to go meet the customer, or the prospective customer. We're going to have a chat. We're going to come back. We might come back and write a note, create a new note. Nice guy, 2 kids, Lisa, and Max, wife, works, you might go Sarah, I think, works at Paul Nicholson, works with Paul Nicholson's dad, something like that, right? You can put whatever. So that's information you put in for later, for when you make the phone call. We're going to save it, and then we're going to build the quote and send the quote. So you will have a different quoting system probably, and you will build your quote out. You will go and do your research, and you will send your quote, right? So here the funnel will go qualified to buy, presentation scheduled, or whatever again your funnel might be. So you can quickly, so you'll see here's your funnel. We're trying to get to 1, qualified to buy, save. It's going to move it across. We can also go here. We've gone to here, so presentation schedule, decision maker bought in. I don't like these original things. They don't make sense to me. Decision maker bought in. So yeah, so it's basically what did I say the name of the guy was? Tony, right? Tony has agreed and he's in. Now I've sent the proposal, the quote, whatever you call it. We go into it, up the bar at the top here. We might attach the quote as a document. We might revisit the actual amount. It's actually only a 7,500. Oh, 700. That'll alter our funnel. That'll alter how much money's in our funnel, and we can schedule a call, schedule a meeting. So I've sent out a quote follow up, right? Note, quote, sent, need to follow up. Here we do. We're going to do a call. It's going to be a high priority. It's assigned to me. When do I want to do it? The week before, the next. Email reminder. So I want to send this out in a week, but in the day before, I'm going to send myself a lunchtime reminder. So this is if you're having a meeting the day before, you want to prep for the meeting. But this is going to be, I'm going to phone them at 10 o'clock next week. Save a task. There's the task. Up here in tasks, it's now going to show. So when I come to my daily routine, I'm going to see, oh, I need to set that up. I'm going to come, right, what do I need to do today? Tasks, what have I got coming up? Oh, well, that's August 12th, but I would have a list of things to do. I would have a list of items to do. Made the call, made the went through the call, did everything required, and the customer has decided to sign off on the deal, right? What happened here? I'm in the contacts, right? Deal. Made the call, and customer is happy. And over here, so there's two ways to close the deal. Go here, deal stage, closed one, save. That's closed that deal. Takes it off the pipeline, takes it through. Or again, go here, closed one. That's what we want to get to. We want to get from a deal, talking, quote sent out to closed one. You might have customized things on your CRM where it shows you, it might say, why did they win? Or you've got to tag some information. Ask the customer why he went with us. Process, go to the next process, which might be setting up a job box or a file to send out. And then you may have to follow up on deposit paid. So your close one, your funnel may not end with close one. Your funnel might be here. This might say deposit paid. So it's all right, the customer saying, yeah, I want it, but the salesman's job may not finish until it says deposit paid. And then you deposit paid, your account. In fact, it might be the accountant's job. You might go close one, and then assign it to the accountant and move it over. You might have a process that assigns it to the accountant. The accountant says that the deposit is paid and you get a notification. As a salesperson, your job is pretty much over unless you've got to follow up on the installation or whatever it is might be sold. And you're into the next person, or you're into your other deals, or you're going back to your deals and saying, right, what's in my pipeline? You know, you might have this one, right, this one I need to set up. But you'll set up you'll set it up to work the best for you. Work how you work, but make it as fast as possible. Filter these views down to people that are relevant to you. Filter these views down to show you open deals that you've got a good chance of winning, and deal with those people first, right? So hopefully that made sense on a contact in to a closed deal. So I want to close it there. There is a lot more to HubSpot than just what you saw, but effectively what I see from a CRM is managing your contacts, managing your entry points, replying to people on a timely basis, booking in schedules or activities, getting them into a deal, and then obviously getting that deal through your pipeline, and finally selling the deal. There's 100,000 different ways of how that happens, and how your business will work will be different. But in essence, the CRM is giving you, we know now, we can go in, Tony, 3 years time, we can go through the notes, and see any information. We can go to the past deals, see any information, see the notes. Oh yeah, Lisa and Max, wife works with, I'm going to make a phone call for a new deal. I'm going to go in and say, Tony, I'm going to plan. I noticed a year ago Tony might need a new fire alarm. Right, add a deal. The Grove fire alarm update. Right, I'm going to phone up and say, how's Max and Lisa getting on? How's your wife? Does she still work at so-and-so, wherever that company is? How's business? But you've got information at your fingertips, and on your mobile phone. There's a mobile phone app where all this information will be as well. But now you just sound like a better salesperson, don't you? When you're phoning people up and you're remembering information. You're remembering the boss can tell you some stuff. So the CRM is all about better customer management, but getting the deals over the line. It's a business, isn't it? You are every company is in the business, and it's about getting deals over the line. So the two places to remember: contacts, your contact list, your Rolodex, your contacts are and customers are key parts to the business. And then the deals. What deals are in the pipeline? What deals need to get done? What deals need to close? So I hope that made sense. I hope it got you sort of understanding what HubSpot is, what it's for, loads and loads and loads of extra things it can do. If you've got to this end of this, I'll put a link to a training course that you've just completed that will give you a certificate to say you've learned the beginner's user, the new user guide to HubSpot, so you can go into a job interview understanding what HubSpot is. Even if you haven't said it, you can say, "No, I understand it though. I've worked on it." HubSpot is free. You can go and sign up for it and create your own. So if you go in for a job interview or you start a new job, just sign up for a new HubSpot and create your own. It's free. Might as well, right? I will be doing some more admin training. I'll do some full training coming down the pipes soon on exactly how to use or set up HubSpot and all that customization. And you can ask some Q&As and I will try and give you better information. But hopefully this has got you further on than you was 30 minutes ago or so. And it has helped. If you've got this far, it would be awesome if you could. If I've earned to subscribe, that would be amazing. Any questions though, fire them in the comments below or in the training and I will help as best I can. See you soon.